Last week, we covered how even the trees in California are revolting. The ginkgo tree is smelling like rancid butter and vomit. That's right. That's what they said it smelled like. Rancid butter and vomit is filling the air, the sweet, sweet aroma. Excuse me. The sweet, sweet aroma of rancid butter and vomit, the same smell as Gavin Newsom's natural musk. But that's not the only thing going crazy in California. Also in California, even just everything is going to hell in that state. So much so that squirrels, folks, are displaying widespread carnivorous behavior for the first time in a California park. That's right, squirrels, guys, are hunting and decapitating and eating voles. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is a vole? Well, it is a small rodent that is a relative of the lemming or a hamster. It has a stouter body, a longer, hairier tail, and a slightly rounded head. And I guess people get them confused with moles. So moles are meat eaters, it looks like. I don't think voles are. I don't even like saying the word vole. It just doesn't seem natural. It doesn't seem like a natural name for something. I don't know. I don't like the way it feels on my tongue. But the squirrels have lost their minds and they're eating the voles. So instead of just simply stuffing their cheeks with the fruits, with the nuts, with the seeds, they are now hunting and killing and decapitating voles, which is just wild. I mean, that's a scary thing, dude. Have you seen a squirrel move? Like, we have tons of squirrels on our property, tons, and they are thick right now. They've been chewing through our pumpkins and eating just carving our, basically getting our pumpkins ready to be carved. Going inside the hole, cleaning it up. You know, they're eating. We got black walnut trees. They're getting those, getting all their walnuts and everything like that, and they are obese, and I absolutely am loving it right now. There's nothing I love more than an obese squirrel. Just really fat. You can't really see their legs at all. It's just their feet, and they shuffle. They got the fat rolls. It's great. I like to get them real plump. I want to see if I can get it to where they can't even climb a tree anymore. When they try, they don't get very far, and they just slide back down because of the weight. That's my ideal squirrel. And they're adorable, man. Like, I watch them all the time. I'm looking out my windows, and I'm going, that is a damn cute squirrel. Look at it. Look at it eat that little nut. Look at it inside our pumpkin. Okay, you want to know what I wouldn't be doing? Thinking that they were cute and letting them live if they were hunting and murdering other animals. They're too nimble. They're too quick. They could totally jump over a candlestick. But for real, dude, they move so fast and they're able to jump and fly with those claws. Like, if squirrels were always known to hunt and kill other animals, like, they have a taste for flesh, man. They have a taste for blood. Who's to say that, like, a gang of squirrels ain't running up on you and then running up your legs, circling up your legs and just attacking your torso with their sharp teeth? I saw a video of a squirrel eating a lizard. It is horribly disturbing. It is not. It does not look natural. Okay, because they are cute. You know when the squirrels are on their hind legs and they're using their hands and they got an acorn, and they're doing like eating it, and you're like, that man, they eat so cute. Yeah, because they're eating fruits and vegetables. If you Google a squirrel eating a lizard and you watch that, dude, they are no longer cute. All right. It's what nightmares are made of. It's holding the lizard head with its head to its mouth, eating super fast like it eats an acorn, but it's the head of a lizard. And it is unsettling, folks. I've seen a lot of things in my day, but that right there, that is not the way God intended it, let me tell you. Let me tell you, it is, woohoo, very disturbing. So, moral of the story, everything is going to hell in California, led by the Gavin Newsom, the California psycho. I mean, look at that guy's face. Look at his hair, dude. Look at that. That guy would probably... He probably eats flesh like a squirrel. His little freaking hands, his smooth like hands that have never touched any sort of tools whatsoever, that have never been dirty with his perfect manicure, just eating it up. But the whole state is in turmoil. The trees are revolting. The squirrels are hunting and killing cute little hamster-like rodents. The whole balance of the world is off over there. We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to see what else is going to hell over there in California, because the trees in this is concerning things that are happening over there. Well, I hope that you had a good Halloween. I hope it was fun. We did. We went to the pumpkin patch, and it was a good time, man. It was a good time. It was very low key. There weren't a lot of people there. Very pretty. I've decided the sugar maple. The sugar maple is my favorite tree, I think. If I had to pick a favorite tree, they are so incredibly beautiful. And when they turn, the leaves, the color is just like, it's just fire, Fire emoji is what they actually look like. So a lot of sugar maples, a lot of that going on. And other than that, I think that it was a pretty low-key weekend. A lot of work on the house. A show at the Funny Bone Saturday night, which was it was a good show. It was a great show. The place was pretty much packed. There's 6 of us comics that went up. Everybody did good. And it was a good time. I heard a good joke. I did, by one of the comics there. Megan Malone, I believe, is her name. And it was just, how do I explain this joke? It was just good. She was talking about how her brother has Down syndrome. And, stories and jokes within that. And then talking about how by his house there's like a construction site, and he's been going out there and bumming cigarettes from the workers and then smoking them, and then like putting the butts in a certain spot, which her and his mom found. And the joke basically goes that the mom went up to the son with Down syndrome and said, What are you doing? You've been smoking? Like, why are you doing this? And she said he had his head down. He's like looking down kind of like in shame. And then after she's like, why are you doing this? He looks up and slowly and just goes, I love it. And I'm like, dude, that is the purest form. Anybody that has ever smoked, that is the purest response that one could ever hear. Like everyone without Down syndrome, that's how they truly feel. But they use all their faculties to kind of make excuses or talk about other things. They'll be like, oh yeah, I know, but I hate it so much, but I'm just used to it, instead of just the simplicity of I love it. I love it. And I'm like, that is how everyone that has ever done nicotine feels right there. What that Down syndrome boy has said with those 3 words, and so innocently. And so, yeah, it was funny. And I laughed. And I laughed well. And we are into November, and we are heading... Oh, man, we are heading into the plump season, dude. How to guard ourselves against what's coming our way. We got Thanksgiving coming up. So much food, so many pies. And then there is Christmas time with all the cookies and the fudge and the peanut butter treats. And then we have New Year's Eve, and everybody's just, and this is what really gets people, I think. This is what gets it. It's when you decide that you're going to change your eating, go on a diet, whatever you want to call it. And so you're already set. So let's say that you're going to start on January 1st. The new year. So you're like, all right, on the 1st, I'm getting a gym membership. I'm going to cut out all the sugars, all the wheats, all the vegetable oils. I'm going to eat lean proteins. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. And then you also say, and then, like in 2 months, I'm going to be down 40 pounds and I'm going to look like the guy who plays Thor, and which is just not realistic. It takes so much time to change your body. But anyways, I digress. So you're like, all right, this is going to be my starting day. Well, up to that, now that's freed you up, because now in your mind you're going, on the 1st, it's all over. So now I got to live my best life right now and eat everything in sight. All the stuff I normally say no to because I'm trying to watch what I eat, I'm just going to eat it, because soon I'm not going to be eating that. And in addition to not even eating stuff that I normally eat. So you are just shoveling cookies down your gullet. You were eating a couple extra slices of pizza. You're eating multiple snacks in between each meal. You're just going to town. Cookie trays, nothing safe. Because on the 1st, you're going to start. So now you've ate all this. You've basically gained weight. And then when the 1st comes, you last like a week. And then you just fall out of exercising and fall out of your new way of eating and go back to the original way that you ate. So not only have you not lost weight, but you've actually put on weight in the anticipation of going on the diet and not having all these things that you normally have. So you're even more screwed. You're fatter. You're actually fatter. How do I know this? Because I've been there, my friends. I have been there, so I am not just putting down other people and calling other people out. I'm calling myself out. I have, and that's what I've realized. It just really screws you up. And people will do it throughout the year. I tried to tell one of my buddies this. I tried to tell him that he is like not to eat all the stuff that you're going to be cutting out when you're going to go on a diet, like leading up to it. Like a lot of people will be like, I'm going to start Monday. So on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're going to town. Like say that you're like, all right, for the next 90 days, I'm going to exercise and I'm going to cut out dairy. So like no cheese or anything like that. And then for 3 days straight, you eat nothing but cheese. And then you start on Monday, don't even make it through the week. And then by the weekend again, you're just eating pizza. Like you're screwed, dude. You're basically like just packing on the, every time you say you're going on a diet, it's really just like, I'm going to eat and stuff my face without any limitations whatsoever. It's a cycle. You got to get out of the cycle. You got to break it. If you're like, all right, I want to lose weight. You can't be like, I'm going to start on this day. You just have to start right then, right when it's fresh in your mind, right when you've been thinking about it. And you just got to cut it out. You can't be like, I'm going to enjoy all these foods for one more week and then start. Like, it usually ends in tragedy. I can't take it anymore, man. The allergies, I apologize for my coughs. And I'm not going to edit them out. I know it could sound so clean, so professional. And I'm against that. I'm against it all. I saw this article when I woke up this morning, and I was just scrolling through the news, and it's just insane, dude. Like a Mexican mayor who stood up to the cartels was gunned down in a kamikaze attack. Like you literally cannot be a just person in authority, a just moral person with integrity in authority in Mexico means that you are going to die. Just think about that. Like you can't, like this poor dude, he stood up to the violent drug cartels and called for a brute force against them. All right. This was just a 40-year-old guy, 2 years younger than me, gunned down in the city's central square, which is just nuts, man. They went up to him during Saturday night, during the Day of the Dead, literally killed him on a day called the Day of the Dead, and kamikazed him, shot him a bunch of times in the square in front of people. And just last month, he said, I don't want to be just another murdered mayor. He said in a haunting statement last month, but it's important not to let fear control us. So here's a dude that knew that he was probably going to end up a murdered mayor and had the courage to speak out against them anyways. And yeah, they killed him. They killed him on the Day of the Dead. So what an insane place, dude. What an insane, like if you're not corrupt, if you're not a criminal in any part, within any part of the government, like you will be killed. They'll kill you, chop your heads off. They like to throw heads on dance floors while people are dancing. It is just, it's crazy how lawless some places are. And when the law shows up, I mean, dude, that's like what right there, him being murdered in the Times Square. I mean, that's some like Wyatt Earp shit. That's some like Doc Holliday shit right there. You know what I'm saying? like around that time period where the outlaws would be like, oh, we got a sheriff who's going to try to enforce the law, and then they kill him. It's still going on. It's still going on. Pretty soon, that'll be California. I mean, the trees smell like shit. The squirrels are cannibals. The governor is the devil. And pretty soon, it'll probably just be like Mexico. If anyone wants to try to do the right thing and stand up against the corruption, they'll just be killed in public. If it's happening there, it can happen anywhere. Things can fall apart and spiral. Just because there's somewhat laws now doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, what about that illegal alien that drove a semi into like 7 vehicles and killed people? Like, I wonder, I haven't really heard what's going on with that dude, but I'm sure that Gavin Newsom wants to be like, it's okay. We know that you didn't mean to do that. Go free. Here's another license. And you don't even have to renew it in 4 years. It's just a permanent one-time CDL. California. I don't know why I did that accent. I don't know what accent this is. I just like talking like this. Who are you making fun of, sir? I talk no one. This is just how I talk now. Because it's fun. So we're going into it this week and just got a lot of cool stuff going on. Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. Look at this, though. I saw this, and it's just upsetting me. All the ways running marathons can wreck your body. From joggers' nipples. Dude, I told you. How often on this show do I complain about my nipples? More than anyone could imagine. And right here, this article, in the title, in the headline, all the ways running marathons can wreck your body, from joggers' nipples to colorectal cancer? What? What is this? Is this just a colorful cancer, or does this mean something else? Colon, that is the rectum. Colorectal. That's the word color and rectal into it. It sounds beautiful. Beating yourself up, sitting out Sunday's New York City Marathon? Don't. Your body might actually thank you. So right off the bat, they're saying it's a good thing you didn't run that marathon. No. You want to know what? You need to go out there and you need to run regardless of the pain and the bleeding in your nipples and the fact that your butthole might get cancer. You need to get out there. From blistered feet and aching joints to churning stomach and battered muscles. That's what they say that it does to you. Look at this. Running a marathon. See, we got to do it because I ran a half marathon this year. I did in 2 hours and 28 minutes without stopping. We got to dive into this and see what it says. I got to know what these scientists and these doctors are saying about my love of running. They said that it's an incredible physical and mental achievement, but it's also a demanding event that places unique stresses on the body, this guy says. From a 2024 study, it says that 1,000 New York marathon runners found that nearly 40% were injured while preparing for the race, and 14% got injured on the course. I believe that. I mean, I had some aches and pains when I ran mine. My left Achilles tendon, it's a little bit concerning. I ruptured the right one. The left one can't go. If the left one goes, I might just throw myself off a bridge. But I would definitely swim back to shore. Like, I don't want to die. I just want to be very dramatic about it. So many of the injury stems from overuse or training errors. That's what he's saying. So heel hell, plantar fasciitis, plantar fascia something. You know what I'm trying to say, fasciitis. It's a weird word, but it's also fun. So it connects your heel to your toes, acts as the body's major shock absorber. Its fat pad has a low blood supply, explained. So the marathon stress can accelerate and degenerate that fascia. All right. Crack under pressure. Stress fractures, tiny hairline cracks in the foot or leg bones, it's saying. Tendon trouble. Yeah, so this is actually what I have. I'm glad that we're reading this together. Achilles tendopathy develops through repetitive, eccentric overload, frequently exaggerated, Why, God, can't I talk this morning? Exacerbated by hill running. That is me. Or abrupt mileage increases. I did a lot of hill running, dude. I live in the Bohemian Alps. Nothing but hills. Causes pain and inflammation in the Achilles tendon, which connects to the calf muscles to the heel bone. Runners with flat foot deformities. That's what he's calling me? I think that, all right, no, I don't have a flat foot deformity. But now I know that if you are flat-footed, you are deformed. And there's a lot of people I got to let them know about their deformity. And, all right, so it's inflamed, causing pain and sometimes making it difficult to walk. That's true. I have difficulty walking, but I'm not going to stop. Twist of pain, muscle maturity, toe issues. There's so many. Bubble trouble, which is, I don't even know, something with the foot, bad fitting shoes. Rub the wrong way, fungal frenzy, scorched and soaked, tots and tribulations, gut check, heartburn, defenses down. Why don't they want anyone to run? What is this list? This is madness. Brain drain, overworked organs, muscle meltdown, water woes, cardio complications, the big C with cancer. They end it with the big C. Why would they ever write an article like this, Mackenzie Beard? What do you want everyone to just be obese? Like, this is an insane list of things to deter people. Now people are going, this is why I don't run. Like, already when I tell people I run, they're like, why the hell would you do that? It's good for you, dude, and it's good for your mind. So stop listening to this article. Get out there and run. Have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. This is the Austin Anderson Show.